Welcome to DubTurbo 2.0. This will be the first tutorial video. We'll walk over the basics of all the elements. You guys brand new to beat production, you'll appreciate this the most. Some of you that have already been through a few DAWs or beat production tools, you might want to skip to the more advanced video, which is video number 2. However, for this first one, we're going to learn how to make a beat. We encourage you guys to watch, listen, and then pause. Do exactly what we do to replicate it, and you'll understand music theory, bar structure, beat patterns, melodies, sort of all at the same time on a kind of subliminal level as I teach you guys, and you're just doing and watching and doing and understanding through the process and going, aha, I get it. And then as of the second video onwards, it should be very interesting for you guys, and you'll fast track this and be able to max out the use pretty quick. So what we'll do first is understand this top part. Most of the stuff's pretty easy. New, simply opens a new canvas, open. We'll open a file that you've made, which we'll go over later in the video. Save as. We don't have a save and a save as, just a save as. And you can keep overwriting the file, or you can make versions of it. So you want to keep the bar 1, beat 1, first version that you made, save it as version, 1.dub project, and then as you keep working forward, you can do versions or keep saving it over itself. The views, you won't be able to see because I'm only recording the space on my monitor that shows DubTurbo, not the whole screen, but this is the normal view that we're on now. Blackout view will make your background on your desktop black, so there's no distractions behind the app. However, the app won't change size, it'll remain the size. And then full screen will stretch the app to your limit, whatever it reaches first. So if you have a wide screen, it'll probably be vertical. Anyway, file name we've added now, so you know what file you're on and what's open. Metronome. This works in tandem with our tempo. So if we turn this on right now and press play, we're going to hear a ticker tick away at 120 BPM, and BPM stands for beats per minute. So you'll hear 120 in 60 seconds. Okay, and that depicts a lot of what the music that you're going to develop will sound like. We'll go over the tempos that are most commonly used in the different genres later in the videos. Right now it doesn't really matter. We'll stick to, say, 101. So go ahead and change yours to 101. Just click in there, press 101, and press enter. I'll take a quick note to say that we move 2 decimal places, and this is universal. So if you export or bounce tracks or export elements out of this and import it into any of the bigger DAWs out there, we follow their universal time clock. So if you make a beat at 101 in here, drop it into Cubase, for instance, line that up at 101, you'll hear the metronome in there tick away perfectly, and we match it up beautifully. So it's universal. And export simply exports whatever you've made to a 40:1 stereo WAV file. The bar count, right now it's at 2. We can grow it out to 199 now. And you don't really see much happening, and you won't until you have some bars in there so you can see what's what. But that used to take a long time to calculate. Now you can, it doesn't matter how many bars you can make random and odd numbers of bars. Everything's pretty seamless. So from the previous versions, that's a big improvement for us. People were getting stuck there a lot, and it was freezing the app on them a lot. Let's go ahead and start. These 3 tools are the most commonly, well, they're the only tools, but they're the most common in beat production, and they're shortcuts for pretty much everything. So the more I use this, the more I'm going to be using the keyboard instead of clicking on everything here, because there's shortcuts for all the stuff. So for instance, I press the letter P on my keyboard, and that accesses my pencil. O, right beside it, is the arrow, and the left bracket beside the P. All 3 buttons are right beside each other, so I can maneuver around those real quick. Here, it's the colon, just brings your ticker back to the start. L for loop, pretty obvious. The loop function is perfect now. The loop loops perfectly. Play, spacebar, stop, spacebar, record is right above your enter button. Try to make all the shortcuts very, very friendly. Control E opens and closes bars now too. So the first thing we'll do, click on a pencil, and whoops, I'm on a big bar count here. Let's bring this back down to 2. So we start, and just erase that. Pencil, click, and you have a bar. Click, hold, and drag, you have 2 bars. If this is open more, you can have longer, but we try to encourage you guys to use 2 bars when you're doing your loops and patterns to then group and grow from, or 1 bar if you're just going to do a quick little addition, like a little crash symbol to drop